our flight to Cape Town.
And here's Shotzi. Hey.
Like, what the fuck?
Before leaving for the airport, I took Shotzi on her last walk around Dennis's parents' neighborhood, Little Rocky Run, and it was great because she did all she needed to do and got a really good, nice long walk in before the flight. Shotzi means sweetie in German. There is a lot to do when you travel with a dog. Being a U.S. citizen, we always go to the APHIS USDA website and look up the requirements. You select the country and then you get all the requirements there. On this link, and you can see for South Africa what you have to do in terms of forms, and I think South Africa might be one of the most difficult countries to import a pet into. For example, the blood work has to go to either Belgium or Japan, so that's pricey right there. You have to do all these forms, and we thought we had done everything we needed to do, and our vet had done it, but then we discovered like 2 days before our flight that there was a form that had to be done in, I believe, Johannesburg, South Africa, which is a 3-hour flight from Cape Town, and they wouldn't fax or do anything like that. Shireen at Balance was amazing at helping us get that paperwork through, get a courier to bring it all the way, hand carry, really old school in South Africa, to get that to the airport. But even with all that, and Peter Dean himself went to the airport to let them know when we were arriving, because it was on a Sunday, and still they were like, you never told us that you were arriving. And anyway, it all worked out. There's a couple things that you have to do. It's all about the timing. Your vet can do this for you. Blood work has to be done a certain way. All paperwork, labs must have the microchip number on there. We're really doing this. After we arrived at the airport, they did have a pet relief area, an indoor space, and in past flights with Shotzi, she never did use those spaces, but thankfully this one time she actually did. Good girl, go potty! Go potty! That she got one last potty stop in before we got onto the flight. So we had an evening flight from Dulles IAD to Cape Town direct, about 15 hours. And we worked with Dr. Edwards at Banfield Pet Hospital in Fairfax, Virginia. He was fantastic. Since we had an evening flight, he recommended that we don't feed Shotzi until after lunchtime. I did buy these disposable Chucks pads. She could use them potentially on the airplane. And I also bought her little doggy diapers, which never worked because she always managed to wiggle out of them, but they were super cute. They had a little hole for the tail, and with her curly tail, it was pretty interesting trying to get that in there. And she never went to the bathroom on the entire flight, so success. We arrive in Cape Town. We're excited. Shotzi's done incredibly. We almost thought we were going to walk right through customs without anyone stopping us, but they did. And it took nearly 2 hours to get through customs. One, because they said we didn't let them know that we were arriving. Two, apparently United Airlines didn't do the proper procedure and take her to quarantine directly. Anyway, we had all the paperwork. They were super nice. And at this point, Shotzi hadn't gone to the bathroom in probably 16 hours. She was pleading with me to, you know, let her go out. And they were super nice, even though we hadn't completed the paperwork and got her through customs. They did escort us outside and let her relieve herself, and she went for the longest time I've ever seen her go. She had to go so badly. Some of the things that they do, besides checking all the paperwork and the forms, is they needed payment. Well, it turns out the way we parked our numbers, we weren't able to get a confirmation code to make the payment. And once again, Shireen from Balance stepped up and made the payment from her personal account for us. So that was a lifesaver because they don't take cash or credit card. One of the things that the customs agents will check when you go through customs is to make sure you have enough of the monthly meds for the duration of your stay. So it's very important to have that accessible and not packed away in your luggage. Finally, we got through customs, and Emmanuel from Balance was there with the sign to pick us up. And he was fantastic. Thank you, Emmanuel, for being so patient waiting for us to get through customs. One thing we've learned is definitely download the WISE, W-I-S-E app, so you can make payments electronically, because this app saved us multiple times for making payments. Balcony where we're staying, Airbnb. It's gorgeous. Anyway, as soon as we came to look at the place, we couldn't find the dog, and it turns out she figured out how to walk over to the other person's balcony through here. So on both sides of the balcony, we had to take a cushion and block her way. Come here, Shotzi. We are here seeing her for the first time. Spent 2 weeks exploring Cape Town, and in between the 2 weeks we went on a 4-day safari, which was amazing. We absolutely love the area of Cape Town. The mountains are stunning, beautiful. The scenery, the ocean views, and obviously seeing our boat for the first time was surreal. Sadly, there is an incredible homeless population in Cape Town. It has the DC area beat by a long shot. I couldn't get exact numbers, but it's staggering to see. We moved on to GTFO on 15 November.
Here's a quick video of our boat. Doing it from the squeaky dock. Bam! And look at Shotzi's new front yard.
Okay, Wiggles. Go potty. Go potty. Come on. Good girl. Go potty. Yes, good girl. Treat. The easy way to make the dog go to the bathroom. See ya.
Did you like that electrical demonstration? Yeah, he's so cute.
I don't think there are any of the plumbing connections.
Hey, stop licking feet. Stay away, stay away, stay. Uh-oh, uh-oh, she's coming. She's coming.
Bye-bye, Shanti.
After several weeks, we were moved to Hout Bay, which is south of Cape Town, and we continued doing our provisioning with our wagon. There's a lot of groceries to buy when you move on to an empty boat. We noticed Shotzi was limping, so I shaved her paw down and noticed there was a puppy bump, and it was real swollen and oozing. Finding vet care in an unfamiliar country is not easy, but thankfully in our provisioning trips we noticed a vet across from one of the grocery stores we frequented, Hout Bay Veterinarian Hospital. So the next day we brought Shotzi in the wagon so she wouldn't have to walk on her sore paw there just as they opened, and we were seen within 20 minutes, which was fantastic because we had no appointment. And Dr. Jono, the vet there that saw Shotzi, was amazing. The staff there was amazing. They offered me tea. They were so welcoming. It was absolutely a fantastic experience. Turns out in the dry season, which is summer, the grass seeds dry up, and she had a grass seed like this long go through her paw. It's more like a thorn because when it's dry, it's very hard. The experience was definitely a reminder for us that we need to think about carrying antibiotics and medicines for Shotzi as well as for ourselves.
Here we go. Oh my God, look at that. Gee whiz.
Okay, that's a nice one.
Just to show you where it traveled. Here's a little opening.
I've never heard of grass seeds that do this.
Yeah, shame. So that's how it travels right through the paw. And it would have done this in a day or two. They move super fast.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was the entrance and that was the exit. Shame.
Oh, so what do we do from here
So I'm going to put a little bandage on, and we normally, and I'm going to give you an antibiotic injection for 3 days, and then the bandage can come off on Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm working Saturday morning, and we'll just see how it's healing. If it looks really great, we leave it open. If it's still a little bit oozy and inflamed, then we'll put another bandage on for Christmas, and we'll, and then we'll potentially remove it on Boxing Day.
So her surgery is done. She's still very, very sleepy. I need to wait 15 more minutes before she can leave, and then I'll just carry her to the boat because she can't be on sand, and there's sand on the entire walk. So yeah, poor thing. I cannot believe a grass seed can do that. She's zonked out right now because she's had quite the morning. How's your little paw doing there, Shotzi? It's a rough day of sailing, huh? You're so cute. How's that little paw feeling? Yeah. this? Oh, you need a haircut so bad.
After 2 days, we returned back to see Dr. Jono, and Dr. Jono said Shotzi was doing really well and took her bandage off and made sure to have us keep her paw fur really short so she doesn't pick up any grass seeds. And she was able to walk back, which was great. She did want to lick the spot, and he gave us this Cozavet's drops. And they didn't have enough where we could buy a whole bottle. So we nicely put some in a tiny little dropper for us to take back with us. And that worked to keep her from licking the spot so her wound could heal.
How cute she is. Yeah. Yeah. Smile for the camera, Shotzi. Can you believe this little dog had this much fur? Look at all this. And that's one grooming. How did so much fur come off you, huh? How much fur can come off you? Oh. Yes. I'm trying to make out of a remnant piece of fabric little kind of half t-shirt holder for her personal locator beacon. Yes, she has her own. I want to make it really comfortable with this stretchy fabric so that we can just leave it on her 24/7. And unlike this harness, which tends to mat her fur and it's not as stretchy and comfortable, I thought this would make a really great option for her. So what I'm trying to do is cut out the holes that are about the same distance as her paws. And that will, and I know they're very uneven, but I'll trim it up when I seam the edges. So now I got the leg holes done. And to be safe, I'm using safety pins. And now I'm just getting her little t-shirt set up. Again, making this up as I go. And then I'm gonna leave some at the end, and I think what I'll do is bring it up, and that'll be what holds the PLB in place. Or maybe I'll just make a pocket along here. That's probably best. So it'll be on her back, but this is inside out because I'm getting my seaming. And then she'll be all secure. Yes, so cute. I don't know what these scissors are called, but if you can see, they have a zigzag edge. So what you use that for is cutting, because I'm not going to bind the edge. I don't want this to be bulky. So when you cut the fabric, I'm just cutting off this scrap, it's less likely to fray. And that way you don't have to, I don't have a serger to bind the edges, but this just keeps a clean edge. On the boat, but sometimes we get rougher weather and we get a lot of deck slapping underneath the boat, which freaks her out. Fortunately for the flight, I had insisted that we buy her a thunder shirt, and all it is it wraps around her and does a gentle compression, and it stops anxiety, stops barking, and it really works wonders. And that way you don't have to resort to medicine to relieve her stress. It's a common practice, such as swaddling infants or weighted blankets, that gentle pressure helps to calm people and animals.